Are you good? You need anything with agreement with them?
No, what's going on?
Okay, we're gonna talk about it, all right? This isn't the way we wanted this to happen, all right? We wanted you to come down here on your own and all that kind of stuff, we said and chat and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. You know, you rode down with Sandra, with Mosier, and as you know, we got rules that we have to govern by. Just as, you know, you're very familiar with all this stuff, you know what's going on, all that kind of stuff, and we want to talk about what's going on, because we're not absolutely sure what's going on, okay?
All right, what are you talking about?
I have to read you your rights first.
All right, am I under arrest?
At this point, you're not free to go. At this point.
So I'm under arrest. If I'm not free to go, I'm under arrest.
Well, we're in a custodial situation, that's why I am gonna read you your rights.
All right.
Because you came down here in their car. I don't know where we're gonna go. I don't know where we're gonna
What's
go.
going on? I don't even know what you're talking about here.
I understand that, Jeff, and you understand, just like I do, that I can't talk about anything until we get this a little bit out of the way, okay?
Go ahead and read me my rights.
All right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say cannot be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have one present with you while you're being questioned. If you can afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of those rights I've explained to you?
Yes, of course I do.
Okay. Have those rights in mind you wish to speak with me.
About what?
Okay. Last night, all right, there was an issue that came up, right, out on the southwest side of town, all right? You know what I'm talking about? There's I want to hear what you have to say about it, and I'm really hoping there is a good explanation for it all. Did you meet up with a police officer last night?
You're talking about Zima.
Yes.
When I was walking around by the lake, looking at the lake down there, again, I drove down there, I couldn't sleep. All right, houses come up for sale in that area all the time. I'm interested in buying my mother-in-law a house. She lives up in Gridley, and she's, you know, she's poor, she's on a fixed income. I want her to move closer to us. Houses come for sale, there's a townhome right there for sale. It won't work, but anyway, I was looking to see what kind of access went down to that lake, that's all. All right, I was starting to walk around, parked, walked down, looked at the lake. When I was leaving,
Where'd you park at?
I don't know the name of the street.
But it wasn't right there where you were at.
It was by the lake. That lake goes behind those houses.
You know, you understand how difficult the situation this is for everyone involved, including yourself.
Really?
All
Yes,
right?
I understand.
And irregardless of what, you know, our feelings are towards each other and all that kind of stuff, I think we've always got along, and I think we've always been able to speak openly
All right.
about that. There's just some things that happened last night that just doesn't add up. And you know, Jeff, you know, as a former investigator yourself, that there are things that we know, okay? Such as the way that you met up with David, you know? You freaked him out. You freaked him out. Why would you be in between two houses, looking at houses?
I couldn't keep going straight. There's a drainage thing that goes down the lake. I couldn't keep walking. So I walked up, the dog started barking, and oh hell. So I walked up between the houses, gonna go up to the road, all right? He comes around, I thought maybe it was the homeowner. I was like, I don't want to startle, you know. He startled me, so I turned to walk back down. He said, stop, please. I was like, oh, hell, it's a cop. I turned around and walked back.
Jeff,
What?
You know, as being a police officer, that that kind of thing is not within the norm. We don't, as police officers, we don't walk around at 12:30 at night in the morning, walking in between houses.
I
looking
wouldn't
at
have walked
houses.
between the houses, I was by the lake. I couldn't keep going, so I walked up between the houses. That's it. I mean, that is it. That's it.
Well, think about what you're telling me.
I am thinking about what I'm telling you, the truth. I went down there, looked, what kind of public access is down there? I walked, I started going to the west side, but there's fences, and I was, oh, hell, and I come back around the other way. All right, again, I can't go no further, there's a drainage thing that comes down and fills that lake overflow, I guess, I don't know, whatever it is. So I started, the dog started barking, so I walked up between the houses, go up to the road, and yes, to be on the road, so I'm not walking up between, it's just,
Wait a minute. But you weren't on the road until
I was
you
going to
talked
go up to the
David.
road. All right? That's where I was walking up to, was go up to the road. Walk down to my truck and drive away, because I was done looking at the lake. There's no access going down to the lake, so.
Okay, Jeff. We're past the point of you were there, right? You readily admit that you were there.
Yes.
In between those two houses.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right, I was just walking from the lake up to the,
Okay. If you get a call of someone walking in between two houses at 12:30 in the morning,
I don't know what call brought him out there. Yes, of course.
of course, I mean, the person who
Yes.
called this in has every right in the world to do this, correct?
I have no idea who called it in. All right? What they called in wasn't me. All right? Dave said last night somebody knocked on somebody's door. I didn't knock on anybody's door. I didn't knock on anybody's door. I did not knock on anybody's door. I don't know what else you're trying to allege here. I don't want to jump to some kind of conclusion. Right? All this isn't about because I walked up from that lake, up between those two houses.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
I don't know what else you're talking about.
We're talking about you standing up with your back to the house and trying not to be identified.
What?
Having your back up against the house and not trying to be seen as David walks by.
I was walking up, I saw someone coming, so I stopped. I turned to go back. Again, the dog's barking, I didn't want somebody to think I was doing something wrong. He said, "Stop, police." I was like, "Oh, hell." So I turned around and walked up to him. I wasn't standing with my back against no house.
Well, I think you're minimizing a little bit.
I'm not minimizing anything.
He said, "Stop, police." Wasn't there a little bit more than that?
No, that's what he said.
You didn't see the gun he had pulled on you?
No,
You were unaware that he pulled a gun on you?
I did not know he did that. No, I did not. When I turned and walked towards him, so he could see who I was, that I wasn't a threat,
Well,
his hand was at his side, he was like, we talked for
for what?
a moment.
What did you talk about?
He asked me what I was doing, I told him what I was doing.
That you were there to look for a house for your mother-in-law at 12:30 in the morning.
I'm interested in houses in that area. There's that lake. I was looking to see what kind of access there is down to that lake. My mother's disabled. I mean, she can walk, but she can't walk too far. Well, I didn't see any access down there. I mean, off the cul-de-sac, you can go down there. But as far as a public sidewalk going down there, I didn't see one. I was going to walk back